Hello. Have you ever wondered what secrets lie hidden within the jewels that have sparkled at coronations, state receptions, and legendary weddings? Today we embark on a captivating journey through the history of unique jewellery creations crafted by the legendary House of Garrard for the British royal family. Prepare to witness not just ornaments, but testaments to eras, symbols of power and love, whose history is as enthralling as their brilliance. 1911, an era of splendour and the birth of legends. Let us begin our journey in 1911, the time of King George V and Queen Mary, known for their passion for magnificent jewels. It was during this period that the House of Garrard, already holding the status of crown jeweller, created several iconic masterpieces, many of which are linked to the largest diamond in history, the Cullinan. 1. The Cullinan, the fifth brooch. Imagine a heart carved from pure light. This is precisely what the 18.80 carat Cullinan the fifth diamond looks like, the central element of this exquisite brooch, commissioned personally by Queen Mary. This stone, one of the 9 large diamonds obtained from cutting the gigantic Cullinan diamond, originally weighing 3,106 carats, astonishes with its purity and flawless heart-shaped cut, a symbol of love and devotion. Garrard jewellers demonstrated not only craftsmanship, but also foresight. They designed a special platinum setting for the diamond, allowing it to be easily detached from the brooch's main structure. This is not just a technical detail, but a reflection of Queen Mary's practicality, who valued the versatility of her treasures. Thanks to this, the Cullinan the fifth could adorn other jewels, creating new unique combinations. It was most often seen paired with another part of the great diamond, the Cullinan the eighth brooch, creating a truly dazzling duo. The brooch itself is a model of Edwardian elegance, with delicate platinum lacework, studded with small diamonds, which delicately frames the central heart-shaped stone, emphasizing its shape and radiance. This brooch was one of Queen Mary's favourites, and later Queen Elizabeth II often wore it, demonstrating the continuity and eternal beauty of this Garrard creation. But the heart of the Cullinan, the fifth, was just one fragment of the great diamond that found its embodiment in royal jewels. What other parts of this legendary stone gained their own history in the hands of Garrard's masters? 2. The Cullinan, the sixth, and the eighth brooch. This brooch is a true transformer, uniting 2 magnificent diamonds from the Cullinan treasury. The Cullinan the sixth, a graceful marquise-cut diamond weighing 11.50 carats, was acquired by King Edward VII for his wife, Queen Alexandra, back in 1908. Its elongated shape with pointed ends gives the stone a special elegance and visually enhances its size. 2 years later, in 1910, Queen Mary was presented with the Cullinan the eighth, a flawless emerald-cut diamond weighing 6.80 carats. This classic rectangular cut with beveled corners is renowned for its ability to reveal the stone's purity and depth, creating a hall of mirrors inside the crystal. It was Queen Mary who first began wearing these 2 stones together as one brooch. However, this combination gained particular fame thanks to Queen Elizabeth II. She preferred this combination, but in a slightly different form. The Cullinan the eighth served as the main part of the brooch, and the Cullinan the sixth was suspended from it below, like a sparkling drop. This created a dynamic and asymmetrical image, emphasizing the beauty of both cuts. The setting, created by Garrard, likely from platinum, was designed to emphasize the individuality of each stone, allowing light to penetrate freely and evoke a play of light. This brooch became one of Elizabeth II's frequently used ornaments at official events, demonstrating her commitment to family relics and the craftsmanship of Garrard. And if these 2 stones found their haven in a brooch, then where did the smallest of the numbered fragments of the Cullinan end up? 3. The Cullinan the ninth ring. Even the smallest of the 9 main fragments of the great Cullinan diamond is an impressive gemstone. The Cullinan the ninth diamond, weighing 4.40 carats, received an exquisite pear-shaped cut, although sometimes referred to as a drop-shaped cut, and was set in an elegant platinum ring created by Garrard specifically for Queen Mary. The classic setting, probably with a claw setting, securely holds the stone, allowing it to maximize its brilliance and play of light. Despite being the most modest in size of the numbered Cullinan diamonds, its purity and cut quality are impeccable. Queen Mary, known for her love of large and striking jewellery, nevertheless appreciated this ring, perhaps for its relative restraint and elegance, suitable for less formal occasions. The Cullinan IX ring, like other parts of the diamond, was inherited by Queen Elizabeth II and remained part of her personal collection, occasionally appearing on her finger, reminiscent of the greatness of the original diamond and the jewellery heritage of her grandmother. But 1911 was marked not only by the creation of jewellery from the Cullinan. In this year, an event of truly imperial scale occurred, requiring the creation of a very special symbol of power. 4. The Imperial Crown of India. This is not just a crown. It is a dazzling embodiment of the British Empire at the peak of its power. The Imperial Crown of India was created by Garrard specifically for the coronation of King George V as Emperor of India during the Grand Delhi Durbar in 1911. The need for a new crown arose from a law prohibiting the export of crown jewels from Great Britain. Therefore, the Indian ceremony required its own crown. Garrard created a truly monumental creation. The gold and silver frame is topped with 8 half arches, converging under a cross at the summit, and adorned with an incredible number of gemstones, more than 6,100 diamonds of various cuts, as well as emeralds, sapphires, and rubies, creating a kaleidoscope of colour and light. The total weight of the crown exceeds 900 grams. Its design reflects the traditional shape of British crowns, but with oriental motifs in the details. An interesting fact: to ensure a perfect fit and to account for any possible last-minute adjustments, one of Garrard's directors personally accompanied the royal couple to Delhi. This underscores the importance of the event and the responsibility entrusted to the jewellery house. King George V wore this crown only once, during the Delhi Durbar. After that, it returned to London and became part of the Tower of London's collection of jewels, as a unique monument to the era and a testament to Garrard's mastery in creating royal regalia. However, the Emperor of India did not arrive in Delhi alone. His wife, Queen Mary, also needed jewellery befitting the occasion, and Garrard created something truly unforgettable for her. 5. The Delhi Durbar Parura. For such a significant event as the Delhi Durbar, Queen Mary required a jewellery ensemble no less impressive than her husband's crown. The House of Garrard created for her a magnificent parure, a complete set of jewellery made in a single style which included a tiara, necklace, earrings, and brooch. The central element of the parure was a monumental necklace of diamonds and emeralds. It used the famous Cambridge emeralds. 8 large emeralds of drop-shaped and cabochon cuts of rich green colour, previously owned by the Duchess of Cambridge, Queen Mary's grandmother. These historic stones were set in platinum and surrounded by a scattering of diamonds. The necklace had 2 detachable pendants, one with a large cabochon emerald, the other with an 8.8-carat marquise-cut Cullinan VII diamond. The Delhi Durbar tiara, also created by Garrard, was a majestic structure of platinum and diamonds in the form of lyres and festoons, originally topped with large cabochon emeralds. Later, they were replaced with Cullinan III and IV diamonds, and then the tiara was worn without the upper stones. The earrings and brooch echoed the motifs of the necklace and tiara, creating a harmonious and luxurious image of the Empress of India. In 1953, Queen Elizabeth II inherited the Delhi Durbar necklace and repeatedly appeared in it at state banquets, sometimes combining it with the Vladimir tiara, adorned with emerald pendants. This parure remains one of the most impressive sets in the royal collection. But that's not all of Garrard's 1911 creations. For the main coronation in Westminster Abbey, Queen Mary needed her own crown. No less magnificent, than those of her predecessors. 6. Queen Mary's crown. Created by Garrard for the coronation of George V in 1911, Queen Mary's crown is a masterpiece of jewellery art and a repository of historic diamonds. Its design, inspired by Queen Alexandra's crown of 1902, is distinguished by elegance and lightness, despite the abundance of precious stones. The silver and gold frame, later replaced with platinum, is adorned with approximately 2,200 diamonds. Initially, the crown was topped with 3 legendary stones: the famous and controversial Koh-i-Noor, 105.6 carats, in the front cross, as well as the Cullinan III, pear-shaped, 94.4 carats, and the Cullinan IV, square 63.6 carats, known as the Lesser Stars of Africa, set in the centre and at the top, respectively. A unique feature of the crown is its 8 removable half-arches. This allowed it to be worn as an open circlet. It was in this form without arches and with the large diamonds removed. The Koh-i-Noor was transferred to the crown of Queen Elizabeth, and the Cullinan III and the IV began to be used as a brooch. That Queen Mary wore it to the coronation of her son, King George VI, in 1937. In 2023, this crown was once again at the centre of attention. Queen Camilla chose it for her coronation, making some changes and dedicating the design to the late Queen Elizabeth II, but not using the Koh-i-Noor. This was the first instance of a consort's crown being reused in recent history, underscoring its historical and sentimental value. From the brilliance of coronations, let us move on to an ornament that has become a symbol of romance and has been passed down from generation to generation to the most famous women of the royal family. 7. 1913. The Lover's Knot Tiara. 2 years later, in 1913, Garrard created for Queen Mary a tiara that was destined to become one of the most recognisable and beloved in the royal collection. The Lover's Knot Tiara. Its design is based on an earlier tiara owned by Mary's grandmother, Princess Augusta of Hesse-Kassel, Duchess of Cambridge. The tiara is made of diamonds and pearls, set in silver and gold. The main motif is repeating lovers' knots or bows of pave diamonds, with no visible beginning or end, symbolising eternal love. From each knot hangs a large teardrop pearl, which delicately sways with movement, adding dynamism and grace to the ornament. Initially, the tiara was topped with upright pearls, but Queen Mary later ordered them to be removed, giving the tiara its current, more concise look. Queen Mary often wore this tiara, which perfectly complemented her majestic looks. In 1953, the tiara was inherited by Queen Elizabeth II, who also regularly appeared in it in the early decades of her reign. However, the Lover's Knot tiara gained worldwide fame in 1981, when Queen Elizabeth II lent it to her daughter-in-law, Princess Diana, as a wedding gift, although at the wedding itself, Diana wore the Spencer tiara. Diana often chose this particular tiara for festive events, making it her signature piece of jewellery. Its graceful and romantic design harmonised perfectly with the image of the people's princess. After Diana, the tiara returned to the Queen's collection, and in recent years it has been regularly worn by Kate, Princess of Wales, continuing the tradition and connecting generations of royal women through this beautiful Garrard creation. From romantic pearl drops, let us move on to the austere diamond brilliance of a tiara that has witnessed several royal weddings. 8. 1919 Queen Mary's Fringe Tiara. Created by Garrard in 1919, by personal order of Queen Mary, this tiara is a striking example of the fringe style popular at that time. Inspired by Russian kokoshniks, it consists of 47 diamond bars tapering upwards, separated by thinner spikes, also studded with diamonds. The stones for the tiara were taken from another ornament belonging to Mary. A necklace tiara, presented to her by Queen Victoria on the occasion of her wedding in 1893. Versatility was a key requirement of Queen Mary. Like many other tiaras created for her by Garrard, The fringe could be easily transformed and worn as an impressive necklace. The tiara is made of gold and silver, inlaid with old-cut diamonds. In 1936, Queen Mary gifted the tiara to her daughter-in-law, Queen Elizabeth, the future Queen Mother. The tiara gained real fame in 1947 when the Queen Mother lent it to her daughter, Princess Elizabeth, the future Queen Elizabeth II, for her wedding to Prince Philip. The incident that occurred on the wedding day is famous. The tiara broke literally a few hours before the ceremony. The court jeweller Garrard was urgently summoned to the palace and, under police escort, taken to his workshop, where he managed to quickly repair the ornament, and Princess Elizabeth was able to walk down the aisle in the family relic. Later, the same tiara was worn by Elizabeth II's daughter, Princess Anne, in 1973, and her granddaughter, Princess Beatrice, in 2020, which made it a real Windsor wedding tiara. The next creation by Garrard takes us to the Art Deco era and demonstrates another facet of the talent of the jewellers of the Jewellery House. 1921, Queen Mary's Art Deco Emerald Choker. This magnificent choker is a prime example of the Art Deco style that came into fashion in the 1920s. It was created by Garrard for Queen Mary using emeralds gifted to her by the ladies of India during her 1911 visit. The choker is a wide band of platinum, decorated with a geometric pattern of round-cut and baguette-cut diamonds. In the centre of the pattern are large cabochon emeralds of a rich green colour, surrounded by diamond pavés. The design of the choker is strict and graphic, characteristic of Art Deco, but at the same time incredibly luxurious thanks to the quality of the stones and the craftsmanship. Queen Mary wore it as a classic choker. Later, the ornament was inherited by Queen Elizabeth II, who in turn presented it to Princess Diana as a wedding gift, probably for life use. Diana, known for her bold approach to jewellery, found an unexpected use for the choker. During a tour of Australia in 1985 at a ball in Melbourne, she wore it not around her neck but on her forehead, as a striking bandeau. This fashionable move caused a sensation and went down in fashion history. After Diana's death, the choker returned to the royal collection. In December of 2022, Kate, Princess of Wales, wore it to the Earthshot Prize ceremony in Boston, paying tribute to both Queen Mary and Princess Diana, and demonstrating the undying relevance of this Garrard masterpiece. From the geometric austerity of Art Deco, let us return to softer and more romantic forms, inspired by nature and ancient cultures. 1923, the Queen Mother's Lotus Flower Tiara. This tiara is an embodiment of the grace and romance of the early 1920s. It was created by Garrard in 1923 for Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon, the future Queen Mother, shortly after her wedding to the Duke of York, the future King George VI. The ornament was made from a diamond and pearl necklace that Elizabeth received as a wedding gift from her husband. Garrard reworked the necklace into an elegant tiara in the then fashionable Egyptian style, inspired by the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. The design of the tiara is based on motifs of lotus flowers and fan elements, made of diamonds and topped with pearls. Initially, the tiara was taller, but the Queen Mother soon asked Garrard to make it lower, giving it a bandeau shape, more comfortable to wear. The Queen Mother often wore this tiara in her younger years. Later, she passed it on to her younger daughter, Princess Margaret, who also loved this ornament very much and often appeared in it in public. After the death of Princess Margaret, the lotus flower tiara returned to the main royal collection. Today it can be seen on Kate, Princess of Wales, who chooses this graceful and historic tiara for festive events, continuing its history. In the same year of 1923, Garrard created another tiara for Queen Mary, which almost a century later would play its role at another royal wedding. 11. Queen Mary's Diamond Bandeau Tiara. This bandeau tiara, created by Garrard in 1932, although the central element dates back to 1893, is another example of Queen Mary's love for versatile jewellery. The base of the tiara is a flexible platinum band consisting of 11 sections connected by movable elements and completely studded with round-cut and pavé diamonds. In the centre of the tiara there is a place for installing a removable brooch. Initially, Queen Mary used the County of Lincoln brooch for this purpose, a wedding gift she received in 1893. This brooch is a flower with a large diamond in the centre and 10 petals, also made of diamonds. The tiara has a clean geometric Art Deco design that was popular in the 1930s. Queen Mary bequeathed the bandeau tiara to Queen Elizabeth II in 1953. For a long time, this ornament did not appear in public and was stored in the royal treasury. However, in 2018, the tiara experienced its second birth. It was chosen by Meghan Markle for her wedding to Prince Harry. The appearance of this relatively little-known ornament at such a significant event came as a surprise and attracted universal attention to it, once again demonstrating the richness and diversity of the royal collection and the craftsmanship of Garrard. Let us move on to the 1930s, when Garrard continued to create innovative and elegant jewellery for Queen Mary. 12. 1932 and 1935, Queen Mary's chain bracelets. Queen Mary, who always kept up with jewellery trends and appreciated practicality, commissioned two similar but not identical chain-style bracelets from Garrard. The first was acquired in 1932, and the second was made to her order 3 years later, in 1935. Both bracelets are made of platinum and decorated with baguette-cut and round-cut diamonds, forming an intricate geometric pattern characteristic of late Art Deco. But the main feature of these bracelets was their innovative design. Garrard equipped them with special fasteners that allowed both bracelets to be connected together, turning them into an elegant and spectacular choker. This transformation allowed Queen Mary to wear the jewellery in different ways, adapting them to the occasion and outfit. Later, the bracelets were inherited by Queen Elizabeth II, who also occasionally wore them, both separately and together, demonstrating their timeless design and functionality. These bracelets are a prime example of how Garrard was able to combine luxury, supreme craftsmanship, and innovative ideas. The year 1937 was the year of another coronation, and therefore a time for Garrard to create new symbols of the monarchy. 13. 1937, the Imperial State Crown. This is perhaps the most famous and recognizable crown in the world, a symbol of the British monarchy. The current version of the Imperial State Crown was made by Garrard for the coronation of King George VI in 1937. It replaced the previous crown, created for Queen Victoria, but retained its main elements and historical stones. The gold, silver and platinum frame is incredibly light, just over 1 kilogram, despite being adorned with 2,868 diamonds, 17 sapphires, 11 emeralds, 269 pearls, and 4 rubies. The crown includes some of the most famous gemstones in the royal collection. The legendary Black Prince's ruby, in fact, a large red spinel, shines in the front cross, and below it is the gigantic Cullinan II, the second star of Africa, 317.4 carats. In the back of the crown is the Stuart sapphire, 104 carats, and in the upper cross is the St. Edward's sapphire, which, according to legend, was set in the ring of Edward the Confessor in the 11th century. A velvet cap with ermine trim completes the image. The crown was slightly remodelled for the coronation of Elizabeth II in 1953 to better fit her head size. Queen Elizabeth II wore it annually at the opening of Parliament, with the exception of a few years. In 2023, it was in this crown that King Charles III left Westminster Abbey after his coronation. The Imperial State Crown is not just a piece of jewellery. It is living history and the main symbol of the British monarchy, created and maintained by Garrard's craftsmen. At that same 1937 coronation, the new king's consort also needed her own crown. 14. The crown of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. Especially for the coronation of King George VI in 1937, Garrard crafted an elegant platinum crown for his wife Queen Elizabeth, later known as the Queen Mother. The design of the crown is based on Queen Mary's crown but has its own distinctive features and includes diamonds from another historical ornament, Queen Victoria's regal circlet. Like Mary's crown, it has 4 half arches converging under a monde and cross. The most notable feature of this crown was that the famous Koh-i-Noor diamond was set in its front cross. This was the last time this legendary and controversial stone was used in a British crown. Queen Elizabeth wore this crown at her husband's coronation, as well as without the arches at the coronation of her daughter Elizabeth II in 1953. After that, the crown was stored in the Tower of London. Before the coronation of Charles III and Camilla, it was decided not to use this crown and, accordingly, the Koh-i-Noor, due to historical disputes surrounding the diamond, and Queen Camilla chose Queen Mary's crown. Nevertheless, the Queen Mother's crown remains an important historical artifact and another testament to Garrard's mastery in creating royal regalia. In the same year, Garrard created a tiara, not for a member of the royal family by birth, but for someone whose daughter would become one of the most famous women in the world. 15. The Spencer Tiara. Although this tiara is not part of the official royal collection, it is inextricably linked to the history of the Windsors. Its creation is often attributed to Garrard and dated to the 1930s, probably around 1937, when Cynthia Spencer became a lady-in-waiting to Queen Elizabeth. The tiara was assembled from several earlier pieces of jewellery belonging to the Spencer family. The central heart-shaped element was a wedding gift to Lady Cynthia from a distant relative of her husband in 1919, and the side parts in the form of floral curls, tulips and stars were added later. The tiara is made of gold and silver, or platinum, and is completely studded with old-cut, round-cut and rose-cut diamonds. Lady Cynthia Spencer, wife of the 7th Earl Spencer and grandmother of Princess Diana, wore this tiara at court events. Then the tiara passed to her son, John, the 8th Earl Spencer. The Spencer tiara gained worldwide fame, thanks to Lady Diana Spencer. It was in this family tiara, and not in the royal lover's knot, that she walked down the aisle in 1981 at her wedding to Prince Charles. Diana loved this tiara very much, considering it lighter and more comfortable than the royal ones, and often wore it to formal receptions both before and after the wedding. After Diana, the tiara was worn by other women of the Spencer family. Its appearance always evokes associations with Princess Diana, making it one of the most sentimental ornaments associated with the royal family. As we approach the mid-20th century, Garrard continues to replenish the jewellery box of Queen Mary, and then her granddaughter, with elegant creations. 16. 1939. Queen Mary's floret earrings. These graceful drop earrings were created by Garrard for Queen Mary in 1939. Their design features a small diamond flower, the floret, from which a pendant with a large round-cut diamond descends. The central stones for these earrings were taken from another pair of solitaire earrings that Mary received as a wedding gift from the residents of Bristol in 1893. Garrard skillfully integrated these historical stones into the new design, adding floral motifs and additional diamonds to create a more elaborate and elegant ornament. The earrings are made of platinum and diamonds. In 1953, after the death of Queen Mary, the floret earrings were inherited by her granddaughter, Queen Elizabeth II. They became one of her favourite formal earrings. The Queen often wore them throughout her long reign, both at state events and for official portraits. Their classic design and significant size made them an ideal addition to many other ornaments from her vast collection, including tiaras and necklaces. The post-war years brought new trends and new stones to the royal collection, inspiring Garrard to create bright and bold jewellery. 17. 1957. Queen Elizabeth II's Brazilian aquamarine tiara. This tiara is a true riot of colour and brilliance. Its story began in 1953, the year of Elizabeth II's coronation, when the president and people of Brazil presented her with a magnificent set of jewellery, a necklace and earrings with large rectangular aquamarines of a perfect sky blue colour, surrounded by diamonds. The Queen liked this gift so much that she wanted to complement it with a tiara. In 1957, she commissioned Garrard to create a matching tiara. The first version was a rather simple platinum bandeau with 3 vertical rectangular cut aquamarines, surrounded by diamonds. However, over time, the Queen apparently decided that the tiara lacked scale. In 1968, she received several more large aquamarines as a gift from the governor of São Paulo. In 1971, the Queen again turned to Garrard with a request to remodel and enlarge the tiara. The jewelers added 4 new ornaments in the form of fan-shaped scrolls with aquamarines and diamonds between the main elements, and also replaced the central stone with the largest aquamarine from the gifted necklace. The result was an impressive and majestic tiara, which Queen Elizabeth II often wore for many years, usually in combination with the original earrings and the updated necklace. This tiara is a prime example of the evolution of royal jewellery and Garrard's ability to adapt and modify their creations to suit the customer's wishes. The next tiara, commissioned by Queen Elizabeth II from Garrard, carries deep symbolism and uses stones with a special history. 1973, Queen Elizabeth II's Burmese ruby tiara. This tiara is one of the few coloured tiaras commissioned personally by Queen Elizabeth II. It was created by Garrard in 1973. Stones from 2 different sources were used for its manufacture. The rubies, 96 pieces of rich red colour, were a wedding gift to the Queen from the people of Burma, now Myanmar, in 1947. The number 96 is symbolic. As in Burmese culture, rubies are considered a talisman against 96 diseases that can affect a person. The diamonds, on the other hand, were taken from another tiara, the Nizam of Hyderabad tiara, another magnificent wedding gift that the Queen decided to disassemble. Garrard created a unique design. A platinum frame is decorated with heraldic Tudor roses, where the petals are made of diamonds, and the centre is made of a large ruby. Alternating rose motifs create a bright and patriotic image. Queen Elizabeth II wore this tiara for many years, especially at events where it was required to wear red. Although the design of the tiara was sometimes criticised for some bulkiness, its symbolic meaning and bright stones made it a prominent element of the royal collection. In November of 2023, the tiara was worn for the first time by Queen Camilla at a state banquet in honour of the President of South Korea, demonstrating the continuity and relevance of this Garrard creation. Let us move on to the 1980s. A time of lavish weddings and new royal jewellery. 1980, the York tiara. This tiara became a symbol of another royal wedding of the 1980s. It was acquired by Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, or commissioned from Garrard. The exact origin is debated, but Garrard is often mentioned as the creator, specifically for their new daughter-in-law, Sarah Ferguson, on the occasion of her wedding to Prince Andrew, Duke of York, in 1886. Sarah, who became the Duchess of York, first wore this tiara on her wedding day, appearing in it after signing the registration documents. The tiara is made of platinum and completely studded with diamonds. Its design is distinguished by graceful floral curls and foliate motifs, topped with a large round-cut diamond, about 5 carats. The tiara is light and elegant. The Duchess of York often wore it at official events during her marriage. After the divorce, the tiara remained in her possession. For a long time, the ornament did not appear in public, but in June of 2023, it again attracted attention. The daughter of Sarah and Andrew, Princess Beatrice, wore the York tiara to the wedding banquet of Crown Prince Hussein of Jordan, paying tribute to her mother and family history. And, of course, speaking of royal jewellery of the 1980s, it is impossible not to mention the most famous engagement ring in the world. 1981, Princess Diana's sapphire engagement ring. Perhaps no other Garrard ornament has achieved such worldwide fame as this engagement ring. When Prince Charles proposed to Lady Diana Spencer in 1981, he offered her a choice of rings from a collection presented by the House of Garrard. Diana's choice fell on a stunning ring with a Ceylon sapphire. The central stone, a magnificent oval sapphire of deep blue colour weighing 12 carats, is surrounded by a halo of 14 sparkling solitaire diamonds. All stones are set in 18-carat white gold. At that time, Diana's choice was somewhat unusual, since the ring was not a unique order but was part of the regular Garrard collection and was available for purchase, albeit at a considerable price. However, it was this ring that captured the heart of the future princess. It became an integral part of her image and one of the most copied pieces of jewellery in the world. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, the ring, according to some sources, was inherited by Prince Harry, but later the brothers agreed that it would go to the one who first decided to marry. In 2010, Prince William presented this legendary ring to his bride, Kate Middleton. Today, Kate, Princess of Wales, wears it constantly, and the ring continues its history, linking 2 generations of royal brides and remaining an eternal symbol of love and memory, as well as the pinnacle of Garrard's skill in creating engagement rings. Let us end our journey with the story of the last significant piece of jewellery created by Garrard in collaboration with Princess Diana. A set whose history remained incomplete. 21. 1997. Princess Diana's Swan Lake Suite. This suite, a necklace and earrings, became the last jewellery project that Princess Diana worked on in collaboration with Garrard. In early 1997, Diana commissioned the jewellery house to create a necklace for a special occasion. Garrard's craftsman created a magnificent platinum necklace with 5 large marquise-cut diamonds and a scattering of smaller diamonds, from which 7 large teardrop South Sea pearls descended. The design was inspired by the ballet Swan Lake, and it was at the gala performance of this ballet at the Royal Albert Hall in June of 1997 that Princess Diana wore this necklace for the first and only time. It was one of her last public appearances. She liked the necklace so much that she soon returned to Garrard and ordered a pair of earrings in the same style to complete the set. The earrings were designed using diamonds and 2 matching South Sea pearls. Unfortunately, Princess Diana tragically died in August of 1997, before the earrings were fully completed. She never got to wear the full Swan Lake suite. After her death, with the permission of the Spencer family, the set was sold by Garrard to a private collector. The necklace and earrings sometimes appear at auctions, reminiscent of the last jewellery order of the Queen of Hearts, and her collaboration with the House of Garrard. We have only slightly lifted the veil of secrecy over some of the treasures created by the House of Garrard for the British royal family and related personalities. Each of these ornaments is not just a collection of precious stones and metals. It is a piece of history, a reflection of the owner's personality, a symbol of the era, and a testament to the unsurpassed skill of jewellers. From majestic crowns to elegant tiaras and sentimental rings, Garrard's creations continue to delight and inspire, being passed down from generation to generation and acquiring new meanings. Which of these stories struck you the most? Whose piece of jewellery do you consider the most iconic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed this journey into the world of royal jewels and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new fascinating stories. See you soon.